Hello, everyone. My name is Shivam Vyas, and it is my immense pleasure to connect today with all of you and deliver my session. So, before we start, I would like to thank the UGC Human Resource Development Center of Gujarat University for giving me this opportunity and connect you with you and deliver my session today. So, we are going to talk about a soft skill development, which is a very important topic which we have to use in our daily routine, dependent on the time, place, and circumstances, but very important to learn. So, we are going to learn some four main topics today, in which the first topic is what are actually the soft skills, and maybe the second we can continue with why soft skills. Why is it necessary particularly to learn this soft skills? So that's why the next topic will be how to learn it and how to communicate. So these are some few of the topics that we are going to see today. So first of all, we should understand that in today's world of machines and technology, that globally everyone is indulged in operating technology and using through social media, right? And through mails and everything that we are using in today's generation, we see. So basically, it is very necessary to behave, to properly communicate, command in our language, the command in our appearance, and how we are dealing with the people, with the topics. There are many topics that we can discuss on this. But the most important thing I wanted to say that these soft skills are something internalized. It is not external. We have to understand internally exactly how we can grow and teach people that if you communicate nicely, then you might deliver a sweet message, a smiling message. So therefore, there are two types of skills: gross skills and soft skills. So, what is the difference between these gross skills and soft skills? For example, there's a blind man walking on the street, and you say, "Hey, you blind man, can you just give me some way to go?" So maybe it will be very hurting to that person. It's not his fault if he's blind. But if you talk like that, "Hey, gentleman, can you give me a way to go?" So you see, the whole scenario is changed. And this is a life learning lesson. Like in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna, Lord Krishna is explaining to Arjuna, you know, so Lord Krishna and Arjuna. Actually, we might have heard about the Mahabharata and the Bhagavad Gita. You all might have been studied earlierly. So actually, this is a conversation between a teacher and a student. Like Lord Krishna is a guru and Arjuna is a student. So Lord Krishna says in Gita in the fourth chapter, Evam parampara praptam emam rajashreya vidu. Sa kalaneha mahata yogo nashta paramtapa. Lord continues saying to Arjuna, Hey Parth, my knowledge is coming from the disciplic succession. And the knowledge which comes from disciplic succession is an authentic knowledge. Like Krishna gave this knowledge to Brahmaji. Brahmaji gave knowledge to Narada. Narada Muni gave knowledge to Padmanabh. Padmanabh gave this knowledge to Madhava Charya. So this is the disciplic succession that Lord Krishna has started. And because this parampara is going through these thousands of years, it's been 5,550 years, this Mahabharata battle took place. And since that time, this knowledge is coming forward in the as it is manner. Why so? Because this was disciplic succession. And This soft skill is not something that we have invented in this world, in this material world. This is already coming from the knowledge given by Lord Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. Because when you see, Arjuna said, my Lord, sorry, Arjuna said to Lord Krishna, hey Keshava, my Lord, why should I defeat and kill my loved ones, my Guru Jans, my uncle, huh, my brother, my friends? Why should I kill all of them? What am I going to achieve by killing my loved ones? Only the throne? Am I fighting? Am I fighting for this throne? I don't fight. I will go in the jungle. I will go in the forest and perform austerities rather. I don't want to kill all of them. Let me go and meditate. So Krishna said very politely. Krishna would have spoken like this: hey Arjuna, you are mad. Why don't you understand your responsibility? You are a Kshatriya. You should fight. No, Krishna did not deal with Arjuna like that. But here is soft skill. Krishna said to Arjuna very politely. And he asked Arjuna, what is your dharma? What is your responsibility? Hmm? Let's try to do some exercise. I want you, all of you, to stand yourself on the place of Arjuna. And just imagine you all are Arjuna, and Lord Krishna is now delivering his he is going to deliver the important message to Arjuna. So let exemplify everyone on the place of Arjuna. So Krishna speaks to Arjuna that what is the responsibility? So what is our responsibility? To take care of family, to take care for friends, relatives, everyone. But what was the responsibility and duty of Arjuna? To fight. Why? Because he was Kshatriya. We might be anyone, Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, doesn't matter. We have got our responsibilities. So Krishna explained to Arjuna very politely that this is your dharma. Hmm? And what Krishna says, Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya chadistatam. जब भी अधर्म होगा तो धर्म की स्थापना करने के लिए मैं प्रकट होऊंगा. I will incarnate, I will manifest, I will take born again to give this message of Sanatan Dharma. And you are an instrument, Arjuna. I would have killed all of them, but you are an instrument. You have to follow your duty and responsibility, Radha. So we have got our responsibilities. But what Krishna says to Arjuna, keep me in center. I will decide. You just have to lift your bow and just target and just leave it. I will decide whom to kill. So let's give our ropes of this life to Krishna and let him decide. Put faith in Lord Krishna and read Bhagavad Gita. That is my humble request to all of you because that is very important thing to do. So because why I was delivering this message of Bhagavad Gita and giving you example of Krishna and Arjuna, because in our daily life we meet people whom we don't want to listen. There are many people in your circle that you would not like to hear for 5 minutes also. You will get irritated, you know, or you will feel like, oh, I don't want to talk to this person. He's just bluffing and wasting my time. I have a lot of things to do, right or not? There might be one single person in a life who is very irritating. Even I have one person, but he is my very good friend. So sometimes to get irritated is also an exam, a test of your patience and tolerance. So, my dear friends, why this soft skill? So, it's a very nice message from our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji. Once Narendra Modi ji called one person, and Narendra Modi ji gave him a good position. Somehow that person was puffed up by his position, and Narendra Modi ji called him. And Narendra Modi ji very politely he said, that when a tree grows and when the tree has its fruits, what does happen? So that person said, obviously the branches will bend down to give us fruits. So Narendra Modi said, very well said. Branches will bend down to give you fruits. The branches doesn't go up, it bends down. So whenever you get success, whenever you get a good position, try to be down to earth. And that is called humility. Namrata. Be humble. Humility is the first step of this soft skill. Why? I'm telling you why. Because when you feel yourself to be a superior, all knowledgeable, you know, or like you feel like I have all wealth, all beauty, all power, all strength, then that is called a false ego. It's a false ego. What does a false ego means? Illusion. We are in an illusion that we are the enjoyer. We are in a complete illusion that we are an enjoyer or generator of this world. No, that is completely wrong. That shouldn't be there. So we have to understand by such examples that when we meet people, right, at that time, our behavior should be very, very well expressed. Very, very well expressed. Look at the people you are meeting. Say hi, say hello. Try to study them, what they desire, what they want to talk to. Be a good listener. Have that humility, not mechanical. It should be practical. There are two types of knowledge: theoretical and practical. For example, if some person has done his BTech in automobile engineering and he has read the books and he is just going through all the techniques and the lessons of engines and everything, interior and exterior of car or automobiles. But when he come out of those books and he goes in the market, in the field, when he is doing his job somewhere in the company, it's completely different. Even the technicians and the managers are 10th pass or 12th pass today we see, but they are good managers. They are very good managers. Why? Experience, soft skills, how to earn the faith of customers. Very important lesson to learn from this. So education is one of the main platform to make students learn these soft skills. Very important lesson. It's said in Nectar of Devotion. There's a book in which the shloka is there. Vachu Vegam, Manasa Krodha Vegam, Jiva Vegam, Udarupastha Vegam. So in this shloka, it is said that when a person control his tongue, when a person control his anger, when a person control his taste, his stomach, that person is eligible to become a guru. Why so? This tongue is such a small, tiny, you see, 1.5 inch, I think so, not larger like a demon or a dragon. But the words coming out of your mouth can never be written. It's gone. It will hurt person. It will never come back. Let's finish. It doesn't matter how many times you apologize or ask for forgiveness from that person that you have told the untold words or not to be told. Even if you give a thousands of replies or expectations that he will forgive, he might forgive, he might leave you, but somewhere in the corner of your heart he is hurt. So we have to be always cautious and conscious how we are speaking, what we are speaking from our throat. Like Lord Krishna also went to Gurukula in Sandipani Muni's ashram. So there is a system in the Gurukula, because I have been to Gurukula. I mean, I have not studied in Gurukula, but there are a few of my friends who are studying in a Gurukula in our ISKCON Mayapur temple. There's a very Vedic Gurukul in which the kids are sleeping just on the floor of cow dung, and they has to take those mashals, those fire lights, if you want to go to somewhere in the washroom, or if they want to go for a bath, or wherever they want to go and hang out in the field. So they have to take those fire lights in their hands and then go. And then every morning, 6:30, they have to perform a homa, a yagya, which is called a Narasimha yagya. So they teach discipline, how to talk to your elders, how to talk to a spiritual master. Why so? Why do they learn and they follow? Because the teachers, the gurus, they follow. You all might have heard that story of Jaggery and the saint, that one lady came with his child and he's asking the saint that my child is eating jaggery so much. Can you tell him not to eat that, which is very bad for health? So the saint said that you come after 2 months or 3 months. She said, why? First, I have to stop eating jaggery, and then I can, instruct or advise or teach other people. So that is very, sorry, very important lesson. Because in today's world, everyone is running. They are rushing to earn money. They're not seeing anyone on the streets. They are not giving a smile. If you give a smile to someone like this, like so nicely, they will look, ऐसा लग रहा है कि चाटा मार के उसको बुला गया कि तू स्माइल कर ले. Why? Why are they not smiling? Why are you happy? What is the reason behind that you are happy? In Krishna book, written by His Divine Grace, Abhay Charanaravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, who is the founder Acharya of ISKCON. So he has written this book, from which book you see the Krishna serial uh, made by Ramanand Sagar. So that serial is made from this book, Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In that, there is a chapter called Krishna Sudama meeting Krishna. Krishna or Sudama ka Milan. Everyone should read this chapter. If you want to learn a soft skill, if you want to learn discipline, if you want to learn a behavior. Krishna is the Lord himself. He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. What he did, he teach us. See, I'm not just trying to be very spiritual to all of you and trying to, just go on a spiritual path. No, we always have to follow our spiritual master. And my spiritual master has taught me what he has learned from his spiritual master. And his spiritual master has learned from his spiritual master, because that chain is coming from Krishna himself, Lord Krishna. That's why I'm sharing you the practical learning of these soft skills. Very necessary to learn these points, right? So we have to always understand, whenever we are going outside, we meet a people. They want a reason that why we are happy. Because we have got to know the real essence of life. What is the real essence of life? Because you all are professors. Even I need all your blessings, because I also have my professor as a guru who have taught me since childhood, since now, till now. Why? Because it is your responsibility to talk to students in such a way. Because in today's world, what we see, People are just worried about the percentage they marks. The parents just want their kids to get a good percentage, good CGPA, SGPA. That what's is happening in engineering or colleges. Grades. Students are running after grades. अरे यार तेरे को कितना है 6.9 आया अरे यार मेरे को 5.9 आया क्यों 10 कम आया मेरे को but what you can do what we can do just go to them understand their real skills. If he has 6.9, if he has 5.9, then nothing is to worry about that. Tell them, nothing to worry. You give your efforts, you help yourself, you get ready yourself, and the fruit is in not your hand. Why not in your hand? He has given his best. He has learned day and night. He has given his all of his efforts to study. But still, sometimes the failure never leaves. But when there's a failure, the success starts from that path if we are strong enough to do that. So, first main function of soft skill is focus. There are 7 steps: focus, concentration, dedication, patience. Dedication, firm determination, patience, tolerance, humility. These are the steps that we have to follow to learn the proper development of our soft skill. Because to be soft, to behave, it's very normal. We all have studied in schools, or you are teaching your students how to behave, how to talk, not to use bad words, and you to walk properly, speak properly. Your command of language should be very proper. Everything is nice. But again, they have to learn these 7 steps, which are very important steps. First is focus. For example, I'm eating. So when you are eating, just focus on eating. What dal, sabzi, rice, nicely decorated plate, such a nice taste, delicious, sumptuous. It's very, very yummy. So focus on that. Don't use mobile or laptop when you are eating. Leave it for 10 minutes, 15 minutes. For the time being, you are eating food. If you are reading, focus on reading. Just focus on reading that what you are reading. Read and try that you will follow practically someday what you are learning from the books you are reading. So whatever you do in your daily life, that whatever goal you are selecting in your mind to do, like every day you might have your schedules. So focus on that particular thing, whatever you are doing on that time. It's very important. So by focusing, what will become stronger? Concentration. Concentration. Because you are focusing. So by good practice of focus, you get a good habit. And by good habit, you get perfection. And by getting the perfection, you get good concentration. Your concentration power will increase. And when your concentration power increases, what you will do? You will try to dedicate yourself in whatever you are good with. Sorry. Dedication is very important step. So these two topics, these 2 points, focus and concentration, will lead you to dedication. And when you are dedicated to do something, after practicing this focus and concentration, no one can push you or pull you down. You understand what I'm saying? I'm very sorry. I've just recovered from COVID-19 positive. So it's been 21 days, but still the coughing is there. I'm very sorry. I apologize for that. So concentration and dedication is very important because sometimes we think of our goal, we try ourselves to be very ambitious, but we are not able to achieve that. Why so? Because we are lazy. We make ourselves ready, but we become lazy. There's a very important saying in English that when you say that you wanted to do something, that means you have already started to do that thing. When you say that you want to do something, I mean you are already started to do that thing. Dedication. And by dedication, what comes? A firm determination. Firm determination, which is a very important and sensitive topic. We determined what we are determined of. We are determined to our parents. We are determined to our gurus, our spiritual masters. Why so? Because they have done a lot for us. And what they have done for us, that is a selfless love or a selfless motive. With a selfless motive, they teach us. There is no selfishness. Have ever any of your parents have told that बेटा ये पढ़ के मुझे जब बड़ा हो जाएगा तो मुझे पूरी वर्ल्ड की टूर करवाना? No parents will say like that. They just want the kids to study proper, to get educated properly, and earn, and they get married and have a happy married life. That's what they want. So determination. So these 4 points: focus, concentration, dedication, and determination. These 4 points are very, very necessary, very important. I'm saying you, very important, which will give a good command and patience. Fifth point, patience. Dhiraj, which is very important point. Patience. Do you know your future? No. Why do you predict your future? No, because we want to predict our future and get to know. I mean, I'm very smart that this is going to happen. How we can predict that that is going to happen 100% sure? How can we 100% sure? And I have noticed and surveyed that most of the people, when they do a prediction, that is very wrong speculations, and that goes negative 95%. It goes negative. हाँ यार ऐसा होगा तो मुझे लग रहा नहीं उसका तो नुकसान ही होना है अगर उसने आगे जाके ये किया. Why can't he say चिंता मत कर, you just do it, live in present, give your efforts, and you will be successful one day? Why can't say this? Why can't they say this? Why do they have to say no, 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 you will not succeed? I have seen your future. Are you a god? Are you a Trikaldarshi that you just there is some evil spirit have come to your body and saying everything what you have predicted in your future? No, no, we cannot predict our future. We haven't seen our future. You can just hope for the best and try your best, level best to do anything. So if we do not have seen the future, we have to be patient and wait for the moment and give your best in that present situation. How this will come? By tolerance. Sixth point, tolerance. Sahanshilta. There is a very nice shloka. Trinadapi sunichena, tarorapi sahishnuna, amani namanadena kirtaniya sadahari. They say, Trinadapi sunichena. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given this shloka. Trinadapi sunichena. You know, the blade of grass, you should be, tolerant and patient like a blade of grass. Be down to earth like them. Even if you smash the blade of grass underneath your feet, so down to earth and so humble. Be humble like a blade of a grass. Be tolerant. Taror api sahishnuna. Tarora means a tree. Be tolerant like a tree which is standing even in all the seasons, winter, summer, monsoon, whatever it's heavy rain, flood, hurricane, any natural calamity you see, they always stand. Be tolerant like a tree. Be humble like a blade of a grass. And never expect your own glorification. When you have control on these things, now the soft skill will follow you. You don't have to follow the soft skills. Why? Because you're down to earth. And the person who is down to earth and who has got control in his ego and fame and name, he will always think that there is something superior to me. I am just a servant, or I am just giving my best try. So I am nothing. And there, that's how he will fold his hands, and he will talk to people just like they are their own, politely, softly, smoothly. This is the uh, six steps, and the seventh is humility. By performing all this, focus, concentration, dedication, firm determination, patience, tolerance, you know then comes humility. Namrata, humility. Be very cool. Whatever you want to give a message to someone when he has done some mistake, you can be angry, you can be harsh, you can be hard on them. But there is another option. That is, you can be polite, can be soft, lovable words. You teach them lesson with your example, with sharing some story. Hmm? So now in the next video, we are going to learn how to learn this soft skill. Thank you so much.